In the previous example, you may have noticed that there are always ways to overcome barriers, but it has to be the learner, you, who initiates it. Here are a few common barriers and solutions to overcome them. A lack of importance or an uncertainty of the importance of learning. Why are you doing this learning? Compare this learning goal against your vision and against the course requirements. Maybe it's more important than you think it is. If not, or if you're uncertain about the importance of a task, talk to your peers or your instructor. Perhaps they can see the importance in ways you cannot. Finally, if a learning goal is really not important, reconsider whether or not you want it as a goal at all. Difficulty in reaching a learning goal. The best way to make a learning goal less difficult is to break it up into smaller, more easily achievable goals. In most cases, a difficult learning goal is one that is too broad. For instance, if you're trying to remember a series of terms, set a goal of remembering just one or two at a time. Stress in reaching a learning goal. Determine the specific stressors that you are expecting and to develop specific goals to deal with each stressor. Perhaps you need to set aside a common time or place for your learning. As with above, most often learning is perceived to be stressful because it is too big. Breaking this goal into smaller, more manageable goals is often a big stress reducer. Doubts about success. Again, doubts about success usually arise because it's too large a learning goal. Keep breaking down the goal until you have very specific goals that you know you can achieve. Lack of control. Develop specific plans for ensuring that you will be able to control and use what you learn. For example, if something in the educational system is getting in the way of your ability to control, build into your action plan a discussion with your instructor about how and when you will be able to use what you learn. Make sure this is done prior to starting your learning. Poor attitude regarding the goal. This is a difficult obstacle to overcome because it can be a quite long-standing, entrenched barrier. The best way to remove this obstacle is to face it and experience the success of doing so. This, of course, is easier said than done. It is possible, however, to do this. First, break the goal into a smaller, more bearable goal, one that you feel comfortable facing, and then build into your action plan a lot of support from friends, family, and peers. Recruiting a personal cheerleading squad may help you achieve your first goal, which will slightly alter your attitude, making it easier to achieve your second. Hassles. Review each hassle as you see it coming and develop strategies to overcome them. For example, if you want to learn how to word process, but you're sure that when you do, everyone will ask you to do their word processing for them, instead of just not learning how to do it, you're better off to plan to develop your assertiveness skills. That way you can simply say no to word processing requests as they come. A lack of advantages. Research is key here. Talk to your instructor, to your peers and trainers about the potential advantages of reaching your learning goal. Educators are a great place to start. They should be able to justify what they train in terms of improved performance, easier performance, and better linkages to their learning. Don't be shy here. If you're unsure about the usefulness of a learning event, get in touch with those who manage and deliver it. I hope this helps in identifying some of the common barriers and providing you with some strategies to help overcome them.